we try to infuse the two, you know, two culture at the same time.
Hello, good evening, everybody. My name is Cassandra. Welcome to tonight's episode of Café con Gas. I'm really excited to be here with you. I had this really incredible experience recently, and actually, let me just pull this up. I was just joking with Wayne, one of our incredible interns, about how the fact that if I have time before, because one of our BeLive producers is on vacation before me, so if I have time before, I'm like chronically late, like regardless. So hi, welcome, hi everybody. My name is Cassandra again. I'm just like so happy for you guys to be here, you know, tuning in, and I'm gonna show you something really quick. And yeah, I'm really excited because, let's see. Forgive me, but I have finals. I have one final due this week, and I have one final due next week. So, I'm here, and this is like my stress relief, but like, my gosh, my brain just is like, it's a lot going on. So we'll talk about stress management next episode, but we're gonna talk about a couple great things. I just got a text message that, hi Rob, that someone special is watching my show, so hey, shout out. I also have to give another shout out, and I'm turning bright red, but I also have to give another fantastic shout out to a wonderful local business. They're fantastic. They're in Marlboro. If you guys are ever in Marlboro, you guys gotta hit this place up. I'm gonna show this to you right now. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna show this to you right now. So yeah, be a diva on a budget. Georgie's Consignment Boutique. Hi ladies, thank you so much for liking my Facebook page. You guys are fantastic. I'm really excited. They are an incredible boutique. Let me just get my face up here for a second. But what they do in the town of Marlboro, they do consignment. So that you can have like an appointment to see someone in the boutique. And I talked to Laura, who always is amazing. She sold me my winter jacket, which I love. And yeah, they're just an incredible boutique, which is actually right over there. Anyway, so they're an incredible boutique. Go check them out. Go shout them out. They're incredible, awesome, amazing. So that's it for Georgie's. Thanks for shouting out, and I'm really happy to see you ladies and hear about you from my mom, and thanks for taking good care of my mother. So anyways, all right, so we're gonna switch. I'm gonna show you guys this video that I actually showed on my Facebook page. It's a little Oprah video, and I just have to watch it because it's really emotional. It really makes me happy. It relates right to this emotional check-in and why I check in with myself emotionally. I'm gonna play this video for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. And this is a really beautiful interview that Oprah did with Pharrell on his video Happy.
Hey, nothing. And the next thing you know, we put out the video on November 21st. All of a sudden, boom.
Boom.
I mean, when I say boom,
you mean
boom.
Yeah.
And we were like, what's happening? Okay, first of all, people are putting up their own videos.
Yeah.
It was like no longer my song.
Yeah. I think we actually have a tape. Can we roll the tape of that? When people started putting videos around the world of themselves getting happy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Slovakia, Portugal.
Here you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.
Just amazing.
Come along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Makes me cry too. You know, I was just thinking about your grandmother. I bet she didn't even imagine that. No. Bet she didn't even imagine that. I know. It's beautiful.
Why am I crying on Oprah?
You know, it's being used for something that's greater than yourself. I get that.
It's overwhelming because it's like, I love what I do, and I just appreciate the fact that, like, people have believed in me for so long that I could make it to this point, to feel that. Sorry.
I get it. I really get it. I so now get why it's so infectious, because it came from such a clear space that the energy was absolutely uninterrupted by anything other than allowing it to flow from heart to heart. Yeah. And that's what happens when you see it. Yeah.
Yes.
Whew. So that's the video. That was amazing. I think it's really beautiful when grown men cry. And if you haven't cried and you're a man watching this show, go watch The Notebook or something and have a good cry if you need another aid to help you cry. Anyways, I thought that was like a perfect segue into our emotional check-in. And given that my life has just been kind of a flurry in the next 2 weeks and will be till my final presentation is on May 10th, I also needed a little bit of visual aid to kind of like, you know, swing me into these things. And I hope you really enjoyed that. And I wanted to, without further ado, go to our dot cam because Pharrell said it so perfectly and so well. Because I'm happy. Yeah, so I'm really happy. Just really happy to be here, as I always am, you know, here on Café con Gas. And I'm feeling, let's see, I'm also feeling slightly hysterical. So you can see this little like bicultural pattern here. You know, I can be hysterical and happy at the same time. Only because I have finals and it's just a lot. I'm a little bit embarrassed because, you know, I'm just a little bit embarrassed. Yeah, I'm just a little bit embarrassed. I'm just gonna like sit with that emotion. You know, sometimes it takes like a lot of courage to put myself out there here on CCTV, and you know, I get a little shy sometimes. I don't think embarrassed is. I'm just feeling slightly shy. Let's see what else. I don't know, Pharrell just put me in a really like awesome mood, awesome love struck mood. A little bit surprised. Yeah, I would say that's so good. You know, I usually mark a few feelings, but we're feeling pretty consistent here. So yeah, you know, on the topic of healing, arts, and diversity, that is your emotional check-in for this evening, and we're gonna go over back to the computer, and we're going to talk about some other things. So this to me is really healing. So as many of you know, or if you've read on my blog or my website, you know, I am a Puerto Rican woman. I'm an American woman of Puerto Rican descent, Puerto Rican American, whatever order that is in, because, you know, America did colonize Puerto Rico. So it's a really interesting dual identity that I have. And so I thought this was really awesome, and this actually brought me a lot of inspiration. There is a Puerto Rican in Kuwait. And I've actually been doing a lot of discussions on like healing and diversity. Hi to the person outside. And also like healing in the form of identity. So I had dinner with a friend of mine, and I was talking to her how sometimes I feel really estranged because I don't feel like I'm necessarily from here or there. I have one foot here, one foot there. I'm bicultural, I'm bilingual, except my primary and best language, most passive language, is Spanglish. So it was really interesting. And my cousin actually posted something that the New York Puerto Rican paper had posted about this awesome Puerto Rico restaurant in Kuwait. So they get this really, really awesome review. It's ranked #1 of 252 restaurants in Kuwait City. So I had to give a shout out. And yeah, so awesome Puerto Rican restaurant in Kuwait, authentic food, reviews from the community, really talking about how the food is really good, but the atmosphere is really awesome. And the man himself who runs this restaurant, he talks about it. He talks about Puerto Rican identity. And part of me, I get a lot of, it causes me a lot of pain, and I would say that's why I'm bringing up to the healing element. When you're doing something in America, but everybody you know and love is doing something somewhere else, but you know and love America here, and that's what makes it possible. So I am really into healing arts, and in my journey of seeking healing, I sought some forms of healing. Even in my astrology report, that one of my cousins was like, "Ay, mira eso cosa de diablo," like that's like the devil's work. So she didn't mean that literally. Just for the record, this is one particular family member out of like 35 cousins. But it kind of just makes me think of like the freedom that you have as a Puerto Rican to express yourself in other places. And I see a lot more things like this coming up, or a lot more. Puerto Rico itself is a port, right? So no one ever came to the island single. I mean, not single, with a family, you know, looking to move somewhere else. You know, there were conquistadors, there were men sailors who came, and there was a lot of mixing of races and cultures, and as Puerto Ricans were of many different shades. So I got a lot of inspiration, and I felt really, really good that there are Puerto Ricans representing other parts of the world. So it kind of made me think, how can I represent here? How am I doing already here? It's finals time. My inner perfectionist comes out, and I want to do it all. And I have to just say, hey, I'm kind of doing something really awesome already. So if you have, you know, any other stories like that, let me know. But this was really, really inspiring to me. Puerto Ricans in Kuwait, of all places, in the world. How do we get there? We're resilient, we're strong, we're amazing people. So that was, yeah, that was like a really exciting healing moment for me. And also like my understanding of what else is out there in, from Puerto Rico. So that would be that. So yeah, so in the name of arts, I wanted to move on, and I wanted to show you a little bit of, we're also gonna play a remix, which I played last episode, that was not recorded. I'm sorry about that, guys. That did not get to YouTube. It was live, but I'm gonna just show you this video because I'm really digging J Balvin. I love this song. He's kind of like Ricky Martin, but like a little combo, and he's also a fellow Gemini, so I kind of like his style. But you gotta check out this remix. I'm gonna play this for you guys. Enjoy this music in the name of arts. Here's J Balvin featuring Farruko. It's the 6 a.m. remix. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's got a little conga remix, and I'm gonna play that for you because I know from my circle, I know from just saying hi, how are you to other people, that today's Monday was a little bit tough. We're having a little bit tough time in New England. It's still really cold, so warm up with this cute mix.
Prepárense, porque van a disfrutar algo totalmente nuevo y diferente. DJ Juancho.
Está amaneciendo, el sol saliendo, y amanezco al lado tuyo, bebé. Y aún no recuerdo lo que sucedió ayer. Quisiera saber cuál es tu nombre, mujer. Pero qué placer, para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Pero qué placer, para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Pero qué corazón, ¿qué fue lo que pasó? Porque Farru tiene el carro parqueado en la habitación. Yo no recuerdo, solo sé que amaneció y que tenía un tatuaje que decía prisionero. Pero qué confusión, creo que cometí un error y mezclé los tragos en las pastillitas de color. Qué sentimiento, creo que tenía un medicamento de eso que te noquean duro junto al pavimento. Son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama. No son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama. Pero qué placer, para que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo tu noche, no recuerdo lo que sucedió. Ya no me acuerdo de nada, no tengo nada en la mente, solo que estaba tomando mucho ron con agua caliente. Rumbeando en la disco, estaba prendido el ambiente, ese es mi único recuerdo hasta donde tuvimos gente. Acababa la botella y de camino otra venía. J Balvin me estaba hablando y no sabía lo que decía. Creo que nos presentaron, no lo sé todavía. Que no recuerdo tu nombre, mala suerte en la mía.
Ya son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama.
Ya son las 6 de la mañana y todavía no recuerdo nada. Ni siquiera conozco tu cara, pero amaneciste aquí en mi cama. Ya está amaneciendo, el sol saliendo y amanezco al lado tuyo, bebé.
Y aún no recuerdo lo que sucedió ayer. Quisiera saber cuál es tu nombre, mujer.
Pero qué placer, la que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió.
Pero qué placer, la que yo cogí anoche, que no recuerdo lo que sucedió.
Las calle Balvin, el negocio socio, la familia, Sky rompiendo el bajo, Mosty.
Marcando un punto suspensivo en el eterno mundo de la música. DJ Juancho.
Eso. So that was DJ Balvin. I'm gonna do something really special for you guys. And okay, what I'm about to do is a typical DJ move. And I'm about to PNP some behind the scenes shot right here. So, all right. So this is what I just wanted to share this with you guys because I always talk about healing, arts, and diversity. Healing, I brought a little bit something about Puerto Rico and Kuwait, which was like really, really fascinating for me. Arts, I have been digging J Balvin so much. Please go onto his YouTube, and I also bring him up on a diversity element because he's from Venezuela, and the geography, Caracas is, Venezuela and Puerto Rico are actually really close together, and they're separated by a short plane ride, which is really interesting because it also represents this like musical exchange between Puerto Rico and Venezuela that I find is really awesome. So we're gonna do something really cool, and I'm gonna show you guys a little behind the scenes action. So let me all right. So this is what I'm gonna show you. So every time we do this live, because some people have asked me about this show, they said, no, this is taped before, but no. Read the fine, the not so fine print. Breathe the big pit. This is BeLive. This is BeLive community television. So I'm gonna go do a little bit of a switch right here. I'm gonna show you guys the doc cam. So this is, you see this? This is me behind the scenes. So if we put back on the PNP of me talking to you guys, and we're gonna put this in the upper right hand corner. All of this is done live. So you see how I'm switching the switchboard and I have this little, that's me live in the show and this is me live from the side. So it's a little action. You can see my little like earrings that I made recently. But this is a little tour into the behind the scenes of the BeLive set and a little bit of what we do and how it takes to do it because it's not easy. So like I'm switching live, I'm doing these little things. So that's why in my emotional check-in when I did Embarrassed and I had messed these things up, I felt mad embarrassed. But there's a lot going on in, behind the scenes, and there's a lot going on, here at CCTV. So really, really check this out. Also, as a little tip for my fellow students, this is also the time of year that my inner perfectionist comes out, especially during finals time. So I just kind of wanted to show you a little bit more of an explanation of what it does, like what I do and what it takes to get that done. So yeah, thanks for that behind the scene look. I was really excited about it. And let's actually see if I can get another shot of behind the scene of the outside, which I don't think I'll be able to do, but that's all right. I can't show you guys all the tricks here at CCTV. So anyways, have you guys checked in emotionally with yourself yet? What's going on your side? Do we have any callers today? Is my call live button in? I told my mom if she got sports today, she can give me a call on the set. But anyways, So that's what's going on. So I have another video for you. We're gonna like get a little geeked out. I wanted to bring this little like party flavor. But again, healing, arts, and diversity. Diversity isn't just the fact that I'm a woman of color and I have pale skin. But it's also cognitive diversity. So this is what I really, really loved. Excuse me. And I realized in pulling up this video from before, this is a professor of anthropology at the University of Kansas. Let me do a little PMP action for you guys. So he's from the University of Kansas. I really love his work. His name is Michael Wish, and he does a YouTube channel. I was really disappointed to see that since starting his YouTube channel, he kind of hasn't really done a lot lately, but that's okay. That's okay. So he did this whole project on the anthropology of YouTube and what it is like to be a student today. So this video was done in 2007. I started college not bringing my laptop to class, and by the time I graduated in 2007, that's all I was doing. I was just on my laptop and I was doing this. And he has this really, really great class on digital ethnography. And I wanted to show you guys something because I feel like diversity is also about cognitive diversity. How do we process things? How do we think about things? How do we process our emotions? How do we relate to each other? So this is one of his students who did something called the Anonymity Project in 2009 when a website called Post Secret was really, really popular. Let me just pull up Post Secret for you guys right now. So Post Secret was really, really popular, and Post Secret started as a community art project. So this is really interesting. I'm just gonna like bring this up on the main camera right now. Okay, so basically Sunday secrets. This is beautiful. So people sent in postcards related to their secrets. So this one says, to my liberal girlfriends, when I say I like to do John Hamm, I mean Bill O'Reilly, which is insane, right? Like it's just a really beautiful project. It started as a community project. If you're familiar with the Humans of New York, which is really hot on Facebook right now, so anyways, so it's really hot on Facebook right now. He was photographed, the creator of Post Secret, and they asked him, what do you do for a living? And he's like, I do Post Secret because, he's like, I do Post Secret because a friend of mine committed suicide. And one of the last things he said to me, he asked me, he's like, what should I do? And the creator of Post Secret says you should get out of there. It's not good at your parents' house. So from then on, he committed his life to receiving secrets from others because he could not necessarily be there for his friend at that moment. So I thought that was a really, really, really beautiful, powerful piece of work. And I'm going to segue into something that is part of a research project and part of a dissertation, but it's really beautiful because something that I really, really love to bring to you guys on Café con Gas are things that I learned in the academic environment, things that I learn at life, but I kind of just I hug all those areas of life. I am thankful for my desk job. I'm thankful for my education, but I also have a really diverse experience and a commitment to being an artist and with the people. So I wanted to bring in this little project. It's called the Anonymity Effect. I'm gonna play a little clip for you. If we end on this clip, which I'll do my best not to, because again, did you see how everything goes live? It's live, it's live. I'm cueing these stuff right here. So if we end before that, have a great night and thanks for tuning in. But for now, enjoy the Anonymity Project. This is called the Post Secret Effect. Enjoy, guys.
We want to be known. Being known is complicated now because there's an opposition at work. On one side, there's the public space of the internet, where we've all essentially become our own personal publicists. It requires a lot of self-reflection and results in a lot of self-awareness.
New media create new ways of knowing ourselves.
On the other side is a market economy that gives us more choices than we can really handle. Our response to that is a deep desire for authenticity, for things that are not optional, that don't require our choices. The result of trying to work out this opposition is a need to deeply connect with strangers.
Think of the people you're around every day. Ringing up your groceries or in line behind you at Starbucks, you don't know them. They don't know you. For most of our day, we're around strangers.
That is our context, and this is how we're connecting in it. In 2002, Dave Nadelberg started Project Mortified.
He calls it a comic excavation of the strange and extraordinary things we created as kids. He says that your old stuff plus a live audience equals horrifying comedy. It's archaeology of now, and it's funny.
I saw My Bodyguard on HBO tonight. It is now my favorite movie of all time. Journal, I wish I knew a guy that was really big. That would be my friend, and he would beat up all the bad guys at school so they would stop hurting me.
So who is this guy? He's not famous, but people are listening. Why should they care? Why would people come to a show that openly features pathetic crap?
Because we all have pathetic crap. Our past selves have left behind dusty shoeboxes full of it. That is the media through which we know our past selves. And it's not uncommon to find evidence of someone else's past self lying around.
Jason Bittner and Dave Rothbart caught on to this and created Found Magazine. It's a place to post found notes or pictures, anything that gives a glimpse into someone else's life. The comments are mostly theories about who the person in the picture is or why they wrote that note. It's a place to openly wonder about those people we pass on the street every day and never know anything about. But what if those people could tell you something directly? Frank Warren wanted to give people that chance.
I've been called the most trusted stranger in America.
He invited anyone to send in their deepest, darkest secret on an anonymous postcard. And he found out that those people out there need to tell us something. The Post Secret Project now consists of over 300,000 secrets and a 60,000 member online community. The secrets are raw and honest as an accidental find, and as funny and heartbreaking as a long-forgotten journal.
And some of these are also like 6-inch by 4-inch windows right